right, so I was getting ready to do kind of a project I always do. I don't know if you have like a Costco or a Sam's Club where you buy in bulk, but so we tend to get different healthy things there, but I don't like to have it all to where everybody can just free for all grab. So I don't know about you, but a lot of times, you know, with the craze on protein, a lot of us feel inclined to go get protein bars. Well, here's the thing. There's good protein bars and there's not so great protein bars. Or there are protein bars that can really fit the bill for guys at the gym that are bulking up, that are gonna basically have more muscle on their body than we are times 2, okay? And then there's bars that are actually more fitting for weight loss, which is actually not very common. But they could still be very, very handy, okay? It's nice to have a protein bar on hand. But so something I was actually about to do for my daughter made me go, okay, I gotta come on here and tell these guys this little trick and this little hack, okay? So a lot of the bars, you don't necessarily need the whole bar. Otherwise, you'll have too many calories, too many carbs, too many sugars. And I could go on and on about protein bars. I'm not really gonna do too much, but you just really wanna make sure that one, the sugars aren't more than the protein, okay? I'm gonna give you some other hacks here. It's not just protein bars that I'm gonna kick with, but since I'm gonna show you what I'm doing with the protein bars, I figured I'd start with the conversation on the protein bars. And I actually go through hours worth of tips and tricks and hacks regardless of what meal plan you're following or what diet you're trying or whatever you're doing or what your food ailments are. Last year, just a little over a year ago, I created what was then called It's Elementary, because it was like the start of the school year, of showing people how they could get themselves and their household, so sometimes it's just you and sometimes it's 5,000 other people, ready to be healthier with very limited time. And so I called it It's Elementary, again, because it was when school was starting, but it morphed into, and all that changed was the name, into Overcome the Healthy Overwhelm 101. And I have that completely for free for you if you want more tips and tricks on just how to get yourself prepped so we don't go over it or under it with what we need for whatever our plan is, because that's what's gonna derail us, is we just don't have the time to really do what we need to do to get our plan underway. Am I right or am I right? So if you want that and you've not received that before from me, just let me know. Put 101 or just say, hey, I want that class or whatever, and I'll get that over to you. But so what we tend to do with healthy foods is we can still overeat the healthy foods. Now, by all means, if you've got an overeating, I just need to munch, grab on stuff problem, I'd much rather you do it with a healthy cracker than a bag of chips. So what's funny is I was thinking about this because next I'm actually gonna do some of the Cheez-Its, which I mix in with different nuts or things, like I make a little trail mix for my kids because they still want the crackers, they still want the chips, but they've never had like just an open bag of chips. Why? Well, one, I became a health coach before they were ever born. Sorry, kids. But I used to just down and can still easily down an entire bag of chips if left to my own devices, right? So what do I do when we first come home? Not all the time. No, I'm not perfect. No, I don't always feel like it. And no, I, even the health coach of 9-10 years now, don't always convince myself that that's the best thing to do at that moment. But I try, right? The whole thing is about, we just want to get a little bit better every day. So I like to take what I'm about to take and take some of their healthier snacks, not the healthiest, and maybe mix in a few things that make it healthier. But instead of having a bag or a box full of stuff, I put it in the individual baggies, which, hang tight, I'm doing this demonstration. I'm showing you I'm about to put these in baggies, which you've seen me do before. But I didn't bring the bag, so thankfully it was quick. Guys, as I'm about to show you kind of what I'm doing, Please let me know who's watching. If you watch this on replay, put hashtag replay. I am talking to 2 different groups. So if you're on my coaching page and you're brand new to me, you're just now stumbling upon this, it's running through your feed, please say new, because I want to personally welcome you to the community and to the coaching page over here. Most of you guys know me, but it shows to public too. So just let me know if you are new. So these bars are not our typical go-to bars, but they're my daughter's favorite. And she's a stubborn little 4-year-old, and she already knows what she really, really wants. And so these we just get at Costco. Do you guys have access to like a Sam's Club Costco? I know not everybody's even in the US, and I don't know what they have over there. But basically, they are warehouses where you can buy in bulk. And so you just get some of your favorite stuff cheaper, right? So this is like when we go to Costco, she knows she gets to get a stockpile of her favorite bars. But what I'm doing here is she doesn't need the whole bar. She doesn't eat the whole bar. And guess what? For a lot of us, especially if you're not sure on how to pick a good bar for you, you pretty much probably don't need that bar. If you're a snack bar and it's 210 calories or something and astronomical amounts of sugar and all that, it's still going to be helpful if it's going to keep you from chewing on some of the other stuff at work or whatever, or you just need a quick fix because you haven't had a chance to get to where you're going, or the day is off a bit. And if they're not the melty kind, they're really easy to keep in your car. If they do melt, well, then it's a seasonal thing, and when it's cold, you can have the bars. But you don't need the whole thing, and I cannot tell you. So this is my go-to bar. This is my go-to bar, but it's actually made for athletes who need a lot more calories. Guys, it tastes like chocolate chip cookie dough. Like chocolate chip cookie dough. But legit, I can't tell you how many times I've grabbed this bar. Like, I'm only gonna eat half because I only need half. And then I'm like, oh, but I'm at half. Maybe I'll just take one little bite more, and before you know it, I ate the whole bar. So that's the point of, even though I'm doing this exercise right here and just decided to push play and bring you into my kitchen while I did this, is for my daughter to keep her at, now she gets a bar, which she wants one every day. Now I get to stretch the budget and stretch the needs because she doesn't need them she doesn't need a whole bar. She's 4, so now she gets her own little bar, which she still thinks super cool as long as I keep it in the package. For her, she does not want me to take the bar out and put it in here, which, okay, saved me time. I just sliced through the whole thing with the knife, and I would have never thought to do that, but it wasn't the same for her if I took it out of the package. So for you, you probably don't care about the package unless you want to hold it. I guess that makes sense. She makes sense, guys. It finally makes sense for me. But take the bars that you're finding, especially if you don't know if they're so great and they're too high in something, but you know that it's still going to keep you from eating something that you shouldn't, right? Shouldn't. You should be able to eat everything, but you know what I'm talking about, okay? If you're going to go buy a candy bar versus the protein bar that may or may not be the best one, then split this bad boy in half and have half, so that it can still give you a crunch, it can still give you that munch, it can still give you relief when you're in a pinch and you need something on the go, or you just, a lot of us like them because they're a sweet treat. Then make sure to just cut it in half, because if you only have the half, then you'll only eat the half, right? So don't have the other half close by. So when you pack up for the day, or you're leaving, or you're at your house, like, keep them stacked up high so you don't just keep grabbing more, because that can be the danger of, like, I make these protein bars and I could legit like eat a whole pan of these protein bars, right? So I actually started doing this with my own personal protein bars, and I put them into bags, and I try to make it as like a treat that I can only have when I'm not at home, because I'll just keep grabbing these. So guys, I didn't lose the 61 plus pounds and go from plus size clothing down to a 2'4" and then become a health coach myself and because I'm perfect, okay? I lost because I figured out where I go awry, and I've figured out, okay, I can't grab my protein bar and eat only half when I only need half of it. I'm gonna eat the whole thing. I can't make my own protein bars and have a whole bit of it sitting in the freezer, okay? If I give my kids access to the box of the Cheez-Its, they're gonna eat the whole box. But if I fill up a little bag, then they're just gonna eat the bag. And so are we. You know, almonds, same thing, it's a healthy snack. If I just like have a whole bag of almonds, I'm gonna eat the whole bag of almonds. So again, I kind of alluded to, it just so happened, I teach a lot of these different tricks in my Overcome the Healthy Overwhelm 101. So it's gonna fit any plan that you want to follow. It's going to fit any knowledge that you have up here that you think is the best plan. So you want to do this diet or that diet or eat this way or count calories or never eat bread again or whatever your personal plan is. The Overcome the Healthy Overwhelm 101 is going to help you get perspective on how you can do it with very little time. You know, one of the lessons in there is how to make healthy food faster than the drive-through. So there's a whole lot of, there's 5 different like main sections that I go over, and it's completely free. So just let me know that you want that and I'm going to pass it along. But do this with everything that you're used to eating. Okay, Michelle, I gotcha. Hey, Michelle. But so do it with everything so that it's not, okay, this is healthy, but I have access to a whole bunch. Again, I have to protein bar, okay? So, because I can't just do half a protein bar when I have the whole thing, all right? Connie says she's watching. Hello, Connie, if you're still here. Leanna is on live. Deborah over here. Hey, Deborah, I'll chat with you separately. But so, guys, I hope this helped. Whatever it is that you know you're having too much of because it's healthy, but then you know it's still, you're kind of going overboard a little bit, chunk it down so that all you have is a snack bag's worth of whatever it is, and then when the bag's gone, it's gone, right? So I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you, Christine. Hope that helped. Hi, Barb. So hope that helped, and you guys have a beautiful and healthy day, and just remember, keep healthy simple. Mwah. Bye, guys.